Hey everyone, Ray Alfalla here with the rookie street stock at USA International. This will be in the day setting in the new 2018 Season 1 build, which changed the track grip settings, even though it didn't affect the rookie cars as much as other cars because they don't go as fast, but it's enough of a change. So here we go to the data pack here, and we're going to go to Learn Track, just to figure out how to get around this track, and it drives a little bit different than it used to, so I'm just going to pause the video real quick here, just make sure it's on lap 1. It is lap 1 right there. So as you can see, there's a lot more input there as compared to the Charlotte. As far as this track is being a short track, it's what these cars, the street stocks, were designed for. It's what their power is made for. I mean, this track is actually even considered a little bit big for these cars. So, but of course, it's only about a third of the size of Charlotte. So we go here into turn 1. Heading into turn 1, not much of a braking point, really. There's not many markers. You just have to kind of get used to where that turn-in point is. Use a little bit of brake, about 30%. Keep it on that close to that yellow line as possible. There seems to be some grip down there. And then off the corner, just watch out for that rear end stepping out. Again, entering turn 3, there's a bit of a wall opening right here. I'm going to rewind it. This wall opening right here, you can actually you can go into that wall opening to arc the corner a little bit, but just be careful because the wall does close back up, so you don't want to be hitting that obviously into the corner. And just, there's so many different things right there happening that you can use that as a braking point or as a, a place, a visual. You can use this caution light right here as far as your turn-in point, and then again, 20 to 30% brake. Try to keep it low on the track. Just keep in mind that this track is pretty well banked, and that apron, if you go too far, it'll make your car snap around. So that's a hot lap around the USA. Now we're going to go out here and go to lap 10 here. So the first lap was a 24.3. Now lap 10, slowed down over 0.3 of a second. The car's pretty consistent. We go into the corner, and the group doesn't change much. And again, it's only one car on the track. With multiple cars and the rubber laying down, it could change a bit as far as moving up the track. But essentially what you're going to feel is just overall less grip. On entry, the car is a little bit on the snug side. It's not too bad. And then on exit, it can snap loose. Here's lap 20, and it looks pretty similar. Their lap times kind of the same at 24.7. And again, you just have to be patient with it. It kind of tricks you into going faster than you end up going into the corner, you brake, and you want to get on the gas really aggressively because the car doesn't have that much power, but it also doesn't have very grippy tires. The tires are pretty skinny, so even with an underpowered car like this, it can just step out on you really quick. Now here's lap 30. Again, we've lost another 1/10, so it's not a huge drop off in times, only about half a second slower than the hot lap. And as you can see, I'm still getting back on the throttle pretty aggressively, but the important thing is to drive it in deep into the corner enough so that you're not getting on the throttle too early. If people think that backing up the corner is the most important thing in racing, but there is such a thing as going into the corner too slow, and then it usually ends up happening is you get back on the gas way too quickly and you end up overdriving that right rear on exit. And now our last lap here, lap 40, running at 24.9, about 0.6 slower. Basically, the handling of the car hasn't changed much. It's just a little bit tight on entry. I have the brake bias at 60%, which is the minimum you can go with this car. Default is 66, which I thought was a little bit too tight on entry. At 60, it's pretty good, but that's a driver preference thing. And again, just, you can be pretty aggressive on the throttle. Again, not much power, but just be ready for that rear end sticking out. So now I'm going to compare that fastest lap, lap 1, to the last lap, which is a 24.3 to a 24.9. So you're going to go to your driving set, find the session. You're going to go over here to see video. And I normally just pause this right here before it gets going. And you go click up here to this box over here and just makes it so where it's just one video. And you go over here laps, make sure the target lap, which is the blue, which is what's going to be shown on the video, we're going to make sure that's lap 1. And the comparison lap, which is in red, we're going to make that the last lap here. So now on the video will be the blue lap, which is the fastest lap, and that's what this these blue markers here are, and the red will be, the slower lap, the lap 40. So we're going to go into the corner here. You can see the difference. Again, the braking is not too different. It's actually a little bit more aggressive braking with fresher tires, just because I was going into the corner deeper. And then getting back on the throttle, you can see, with the fresh tires, I got back on that gas just quicker, only by about a second, but that's pretty much what makes the difference. Again, getting back on the throttle, boom, right there. I give it that gas a little bit earlier, and with fresher tires, you can just be more aggressive with the car. Obviously, the rears have a lot more grip. You have more confidence in it, and the important thing is just knowing as a driver how to judge, what that car is doing and what the tires are doing, and especially if you've been driving the car really hard, just keeping in mind how you're driving and what those tires are doing and how hard you need to drive. But that'll kind of illustrate what half a second or 6/10 or so means around USA in the street stock. One of the features we offer at Virtual Racing School is live coaching. There's a one-on-one coach, and there's also a group coach. So if you go to group classes right here, you can see who is offering the coaching, how many seats are taken. So you can choose to join the class. It'll be 4 weeks, 4 sessions, 1 hour each. And a coach will sit with a group of drivers and critique, whatever they're doing, whether it be, through the analyzer or on the racetrack. And if you'd also like a one-on-one session, you just click on coaches right here, and you just choose whoever you want to as coach. So if you want me as coach, you click on my name, you go to request session and pick whatever you'd like. So, that's one of the features we offer here at VRS, and we hope to see you at a live coaching session soon.